going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Right now, we're going to be talking about the best abilities to use currently in Madden 22. We're going to talk about it, and it's going to be pretty easy on the offensive side because you see it's only two players with abilities, right? And then the Superstar X Factors, pretty much I'm going to go ahead and explain that, but it's the same situation. You want to give your players the best possible chance of getting Double Me activated in-game, because what that's going to do, it's going to make sure that when you throw that ball up, if it's one-on-one coverage, it's pretty much GG's. All right, and it has been in certain cases not as effective, but for me, I would say when I get Double Me, if it's single coverage, I'm about 99% going to get the catch. All right, those of you guys that don't get that high percentage, you have to practice more. All right, so look. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's actually going on with the squad, right? So we all know about Titan Apprentice. That's what we have on Darren Waller. That's the only ability. And then the Superstar X Factor is the Double Me, Calvin, and Randy, no abilities, right? Still mossing with them. And then we jump over to the 12 AP on Derricano. All right. Now, this is a very, very important assessment for you guys to kind of make sure you guys understand what's going on. Gunslinger, Escape Artist, Recuperation. All right. Now, why are we using 12 on one player? And why does that make sense? Okay, Gunslinger, I would tell you guys that it would be safe to go to Pass Lead Elite, but I would be lying to you guys. And I don't want to do that. So that puts me in a very, very serious predicament, because if you need the ball to get there and you want it there immediately, I'm telling you right now, guys, we labbed Pass Lead Elite with Derrick Henry. The ball doesn't come out. Now, with Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts, it's a different story. All right, but those guys are real quarterbacks. What EA Sports did was they released this card, not realizing how good he was, and then slowly started to nerf him, right? So for those of you guys that don't see the nerf, you're not really paying attention to the things that's been happening within the game. But many of us do. If you're still using Derrick Henry, you definitely notice all the nerf action that EA's been throwing out there. So that's a very, very important factor. So if you get, although he has the Slinger 1, if you give him Pass Lead Elite, the windup is too visible, which means that if you're not throwing on the run, you're going to get sacked, right? So the difference is very, very visible. That's why I can't not use this right now. But those other two players that I've used, Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray, Pass Lead Elite was fine for them. The ball still came out super fast. You know what else? Boomer Esiason. Like, he was throwing rockets with Pass Lead Elite when we had him all that time. So there are a lot of things that's going into this, but I'm just letting you guys know right now, Gunslinger is something that I would definitely recommend, for, especially if you're just starting out. All the veterans know how important it is, but if you're just starting out, bro, you're looking through and YouTube searches brings you here, you're going to find a home here and understand that, listen, I'm going to tell you what works. You can do whatever you want. I'll never tell you, yo, do this, or nothing else. You always have a choice, but your choice is going to be to lose if you don't have a way to get the ball out super fast. The next thing is Escape Artist. In my opinion, one of the best abilities ever made in the game that EA Sports left alone. Although they've nerfed it, they've left it alone enough so that it's still OP. They've raised it because of complaints and all that stuff, but I haven't visibly seen where they've taken all of what Escape Artist does away. So although they boosted it to 4 AP as opposed to 2, because people are crying, I still see that it works effectively. I would recommend that you people out there try it. Just try it. If you don't like it, go back to being a pocket passer, Dan Marino, Tom Brady, whatever. But I'm going to recommend that if you haven't tasted the love of Escape Artist, you should probably try it. Because it's going to knock your socks off, dude. It's a wild and ridiculous ability. You can outrun contains of 99 speed or more. It's beautiful. But again, you got to be thankful for little things. I'm thankful that EA didn't nerf it, because once I went to it, I couldn't play without it. So if they nerf it, it's like, what else do we have left to do? Because the game itself is a complete, debacle. So there's nothing else you can really do about it. But this is something that'll definitely 100% win you games. Next, Recuperation. Why would I waste 1 AP on Recuperation? Because Derrick Henry is your whole offense. If you run around with Derrick Henry, he is your whole offense. And guess what? EA patched the whole thing when you're cycling through the plays to get your stamina back. So you actually need an ability to make him recuperate faster. That's why you use this. All right? The player you use the most has to keep his stamina. All right? Because that's very, very important. Now, some of you guys are like, yo, Gmi, does stamina really matter? That's a very, very interesting question. Does it really matter? You know, possibly, you know, because like in certain games, he'll just be tired the whole game, but he has a 96 stamina. So something's not working. Either the development team doesn't know what they're doing, which is probably what I'm leaning towards, but this is weird because it takes him longer. He shouldn't need recuperation if he has such a high stamina rating. But again, I don't know what goes into it. I'm just letting you guys know that this is something that you should pay attention to because it's going to affect the way that he stays, like, you know, he's going to be fatigued the whole game. But what I've noticed is even when he gets tired, when I have recuperation, when I cycle through the plays a little bit, he gets it back, he stays in the solid. You know, the solid color that shows that he has a stamina. So that works out. Over here, very, very simple. 2, 4, 6, 8. All acrobats. I run 4, 3, 6, 1 currently. I have been labbing some other defenses, so I'm going to check those out and probably get back to you guys soon. But right now, we're running 4, 3, 6, 1. All right? So that's something that's very, very important that you guys need to take a look at. And if you have everybody out there with acrobat, more than likely, at some point in the game, you're going to get an acrobat pick. You're going to also get a lot of acrobat swats and a lot of rage out of yourself because EA won't let you pick the ball, but you'll still be able to acrobat around like an idiot. Your user, pick artist, lurker, all right? If it's a linebacker. If it's not a linebacker and it's a secondary player, you do not need lurker. Pick artist, I would still say yes, you don't need lurker. Your outside rushers, under pressure, all right? Under pressure on both. So Lawrence Taylor and Khalil Mack attack has under pressure. All right, very, very key components. As far as the Superstar X Factors, we can go over universal coverage. For one, unstoppable force, unstoppable force. Those are the key things that are going on right now within the game. I would highly recommend, though, for those of you guys that are worried about, like, yo, Gmi, what about the inside stuff? You're going to get run on, dude. Like, dude, inside stuff has gone from being good to bad to being really bad. I don't know what's going on with it, but I can tell you, I don't feel comfortable recommending it because I ran it on Warren Sapp, right? And this guy was getting pummeled on the run. They were literally running over him. So I don't really think that having that on him makes a difference. But I will tell you this though, right? Since I don't have it on him, like since I've removed it, he actually plays the run better. So dude, it's kind of weird. Like you think about it, like, yo, abilities supposed to make your player superhuman. In this case, I really don't know what's going on with him, but when I took the inside stuff off of him, he actually plays better. So we have to wait to see how that actually works out. I myself, I don't know about putting anything else on unless we play a different style of defense. Like if I switch up my defense, the abilities will switch also. But for now, with the way that we're playing, I believe that this is the best possible scenario if you run 4-3-6-1. And for those of you guys that want to know the playbooks, Bears on defense, Seattle Seahawks offense. And that's pretty much what it is right now. Guys, get in the lab, start working, and let me know if you have any other questions or comments. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.